Molishani Vanse, welcome back, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Tembi, and today I'm going to be sharing some fall fashion trends for the very sweet ingenue. So before we get started, I'd just like to make a few announcements. The first one being that if you'd like to get your body typed or your essence blend, or if you'd like a second opinion on those two topics, then feel free to hit me up on Instagram or my email. You can send me an email if you don't have any social media, and I'm going to have both of those linked down below. And then the second announcement is that I am basically going to be switching my interior design and decorating content over to my second channel. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you subscribe. I'll also have that link down below, and I'm going to start updating that channel this week with content, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Today we're looking at some Vogue fashion trends, and these are the trends that I have been using or going by in my former videos, and so we're going to continue with that trend. No pun intended. I don't know if I even used that correctly. But yeah, the first one is called Nomadic Spirit, and this one is quite eclectic. It's very bohemian, and I think that as ingenues, you shine in lines that have kind of the boho chic type of vibe. So I'm thinking about cottagecore type of aesthetic. I'm thinking about shabby chic aesthetics. I'm also thinking about Little House on a Prairie or the Maiden aesthetic. I think would look amazing on you. And so this is definitely right up your alley. So you can either incorporate frilly dresses, or you can incorporate some wildflowers or floral patterns into your outfits. I think that those would look absolutely amazing on you. And then maybe if you'd like to layer them, you can layer them with a blazer or a trench coat during the fall season because it's not too cold. Anyway, at least not where I live, but yeah. And then something else that I've noticed since I mentioned pattern, I think that you'd look really good in patterns like paisley, or print like paisley, because it's not too bold. So you're not going to really get that dramatic effect per se from it, but it's going to be right up your alley because you look amazing in vintage pieces, and they don't necessarily make you look old or outdated. So that's something for you to consider. And so if you'd like to incorporate prints in your tops or in a patterned suit or set, that would be amazing. I think you'd look really beautiful in that. And what else am I thinking? That's basically it for this one. I don't think we need to overcomplicate it. Maybe the larger collars I think would look amazing on you as well when it comes to layering your outfit, so that you can have that maybe underneath a cardigan or a sweater, and that would look really, really good on you. And now let's move on to the next one. The next one is called Modern Prep, and this one is a good one for you as well because it's a mixture of British Vogue. So think about the British aesthetic when it comes to fashion, but Vogue, really elevated. And then you mix it or combine it with the New York socialite aesthetic. So it's quite preppy, almost like the schoolgirl that goes to private school in New York. So I'm definitely picturing you in tons of plaid. So plaid pleated skirts, or it could be a plaid tennis skirt. I think that would look really amazing, or it could be a set as well. You'd also really look good in cardigans. So that aesthetic works on you really, really well, regardless of your age and regardless of your size or height. So I did get a comment from a gorgeous soft dramatic who was basically asking for some recommendations as a soft dramatic who has ingenue essence, and I think that you can definitely pull these lines off, be it the shorter skirts such as bubble skirts or bubble dresses. I think that those would look amazing on you even as a soft dramatic. And you can also wear some bomber jackets here and there. I think they just need to have more of that playful aspect to them. So if you wear a bomber jacket, maybe you can combine it with something that's a little bit more girly at the bottom, but it can work with some pants as well. I imagine you in ties as well. I think you can pull those off. You're not limited to just wearing frilly, girly type of outfits. I think you can make them work. And if you don't like ties, you can go for the little bow scarves. I think those look absolutely amazing. They're right up your alley as an ingenue. I did mention cardigans, I think, under this trend, and also pinstripes. So be it a pinstripe suit or a top or a skirt or a set would look really good on you. And that is that. Let's move on to the third trend. This one is called Maximalism for minimalists, and this one is very monochromatic, so it's quite, how can I put it, not old money, but this one is giving quite luxury. And I think that you'd look amazing. Anybody looks amazing in monochrome, in my opinion. So it could either be black, or it could be white, or it could be any color that you like. And I think that if you just pick out colors from a color palette from your color season, that would look really harmonious with you personally, and even help you to stand out. So you're not necessarily going with the trends, but you kind of are at the same time. But it kind of just helps you to stand out a little bit more, if you get what I mean. And so you can add some fringe in this one as well, because it's all about layering textures in a monochromatic type of way. So be it you have some fringe in your scarf or a fringe skirt or dress, I would recommend that you go for something shorter because you can pull it off. Or you could go for something longer. It's really up to you. And you can also do a little bit of color blocking. I've been recommending pops of red because cherry red is trending this season, but any type of red would look really beautiful on you. So you can add in that color for a little bit more color blocking. And now let's go to the fourth trend. This one is called lingerie dressing. This one for you is really good as well, but personally I think that the best way for you to incorporate this trend into your outfits is by being a little bit more classy or classic in how you execute it, because I think if you wear something like the sheer lace, so the lace that isn't layered, you're going to come off too provocative, in my opinion, and it takes away from your sweetness. So if that's the vibe that you're going for, personally, that's up to you. But I think you're going to look absolutely amazing in touches of lace, or just a full-on layered lace dress or top or skirt and the like. And I think that would look amazing on you. So be cotton lace or any type of romantic laces out there or designs out there would look great. Satin looks amazing on you as well. You can incorporate it in anything that you like, gloves, slip dress, whatever you fancy, and you're good to go. So let's just try to be a little bit more covered up in order for you to look a lot more harmonious. But at the end of the day, you get to decide how you want to work with this. And now let's take a look at the next trend. This one is Uptown Punk, definitely my favorite one, and that's because it comprises tons of animal print. So as an ingenue, can you pull off bold prints? Absolutely. I think that they need to be executed in more of an intricate way. So instead of wearing a full-on leopard print suit or set per se, you can either incorporate it in smaller doses like your gloves, or it could be a leopard print skirt, or if you have a leopard print dress, for instance, you can maybe add a plain trench coat. I think that would work really well on you. Or your lapels or collars could be in the print, and so giving you more of that classic type of feel, because I really do think that ingenues look amazing in classic lines as well. And that's why a lot of the times when ingenues start to age, they move on to classic lines. And so that's something for you to think about, food for thought. But yeah, that will work. So be leopard, zebra, What else am I seeing? Snake prints, maybe in your boots, accessories and the like. That would look amazing. And it also depends on the color as well, because for leopard print, I think if you want to wear full-on leopard print outfit, then I would probably go for the snow leopard type of print. I think that would look a lot more harmonious with you. And yeah, so something else is leather. And this one you can definitely pull off because the softer leathers now that are being manufactured look amazing. They're very malleable, and so you could find them in tops or sets or in skirts, dresses, coats, shoes, bags, anything that you can think of, even hats. So I think that that will be great on you. You've got more options, and then you also have the option of wearing them in different colors, which works really well for you. So that is something for you to think about. Also, I'm thinking about, what else am I seeing? I'm seeing tons of polka dots. I think those look really beautiful on you because they're quite classic, and you can incorporate them in more of a refined and girly type of way. Or you can use hearts, so like the heart-shaped print or pattern instead of polka dots. That would look amazing on you as well. Also, I'm seeing Chanel outfits and under this trend as well, and I think that any Chanel inspired outfit would look really, really beautiful on you because it does have that vintage and classic feel to it. And yeah, you're good to go with this one, which brings us to the next one. This one is called 24/7 Sequins, and this one I'm saving for the festive season, like I've been saying in all my past videos. That's because it is just it's very festive. It's a very festive, not print, but design. And so I'm going to give you some good examples that you can incorporate into your closets if you're interested. And so there's really not much for me to say about this one. So let's move on to the next one. This one's called Country Coded, and this one is quite English inspired, so British country or English country inspired. I'm seeing a lot of tartan plaid, the very traditional plaids in this, under this one. I'm also seeing some jockey outfits. I'm seeing quite a bit of butter yellow and scarf details. I think that those can work for you. Also, I'm seeing quite a bit of tweed fabrics and printed cardigans or patterned cardigans or sweaters as well. And so I think that there's nothing much to it rather than, I would say, follow the old money aesthetic versus the really preppy wear that we had underneath modern prep. And so that will be a way for you to differentiate the two. And then I'm going to share this one with you. This one's called Curious Color Combinations. This one's all about color blocking. I think as an ingenue, you can look really beautiful in color blocked outfits. It really all depends on your color season, of course. And so if you are, let's say, a spring, you can work a lot better with vivid tones, or a winter, you can work really well with vivid tones. And then if you are a fall or a summer, then muted tones will look better on you. So there's really not much to it other than maybe using complementary colors. Unless you're a winter, for instance, then maybe you can go a little bit more stark or high contrast. And yeah, so lastly but not least, we're going to be looking at denim as our last trend. And this is one that I've included because I've been seeing it a lot on the high street. So that is something that I think you can pull off as well in so many different variations, not only jeans, but you can find it in skirts, in pant sets or skirt sets. You can find it in trench coats now. You can find it in almost anything, tops, denim tops. And so whatever it is that you fancy, I think you can pull it off. And that is that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And next time we're going to move on to the flamboyant gamine, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you are excited about. So I hope to see you in the next one, everyone. Bye.